What
up
up?
with it, man? It's your
Doing, sir?
boy Jay Dimes with my little bro Giannis, man. Another episode. Leave it on the court where we talk everything basketball. We back at it again. We back at it again. We got a special episode as always. We have somebody come up today. We have a guest.
Yeah, yeah.
First
Shout out to
subject we had. Go ahead.
Willie Tansiel will be our special guest. OG Willie from Tansiel's Clothing.
Okay.
Um, to drop some knowledge on us.
Okay. So we also talking about the Lakers. We talking about Milwaukee. We're gonna give y'all our top 5 point guards coming up this
That's
season.
right.
It's about to be a sick episode.
That's right.
Hope everybody tuned in. Let's get it in.
Yo.
First topic, them Laker boys. What we doing?
So yeah, starting out on the West Coast, the Lakers had a great offseason, according to consensus. And big news already is that Anthony Davis signed the richest NBA contract in history. We was just talking about this on the Boston episode. It didn't take long.
Yeah.
With Jaylen Brown signing $304 million, now Anthony Davis just signed the richest contract in NBA history. Was signed a 3-year extension for $186 million. So it didn't take long at all. As long as that salary cap is being pushed up, people are going to get paid, and I like to see people get paid. Now, besides that, the Los Angeles Lakers, you all remember last year they were out of contention, and then trade deadline they traded away Russ, and they brought back D'Angelo Russell. They brought back Vanderbilt. They brought in Rui Hachimura, and then over the offseason, they got what I consider even better. They got rid of Schroeder and brought in Gabe Vincent. They got, let me see, what else? Who else did they get? I got some notes.
I see Cam Reddish is on the team.
Cam Reddish, that's right. And I'm a big Cam Reddish guy. Yeah,
Jackson Hayes. They got Jackson Hayes.
That's right. That's right. So
yeah.
Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Vanderbilt, D'Lo, they got back in that trade. And in this offseason, they re-signed D'Lo on a 2-year deal for $46 million. I think that's a deal. I think that's a no. For $36 million. I think that they came up on that one. And then they re-signed Anthony Davis. So they kept the LeBron, D'Lo, Anthony Davis core together. So I got to fire back at you. What do you think the Lakers' ceiling is going into the 23-24 season?
6 seed.
6 seed? 6 seed? Okay.
6 seed. Because 1, you got to age LeBron. 2, y'all just gave street clothes more of a reason to sit down. Like, I don't know what we watching. I understand. The Lakers is the Lakers, and I don't understand why you bring back a whole entire team that got swept, and then you add some dudes that showed that they buckle at crunch time. Like Gabe kind of like disappeared in the finals, bro. Like I understand he was hurting, but he disappeared. D'Angelo kind of like disappeared in this when it was crunch time. They were playing shooter. They were playing shooter at crunch time. I think y'all are like the only good pickup was Jackson. That was it. That was it. Like y'all keep acting like, all right, look, I understand. We talked about this before. LeBron, it's a such thing as a bad 28-point games.
Okay.
It's a such thing as a bad 2018. It's a such thing. Because if you're not making nobody better in this process, you doing all this stuff. Yeah. Like I felt like that's what LeBron did. He was chasing that scoring title at the fall of the team. Like the team wasn't better because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff was forced. It was like when he was doing it, they had their mindset that their season was over. Then they made the trade. They made the trade, and everybody, including him, was shocked that the people that they got was good as they were. You know what I mean? Now,
No, I don't know what you mean.
they did, bro. They got swept by Denver, a team they had been beaten with the other team they had before it got traded. That's the first time I've seen the Lakers look bad against Denver in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Fact or not?
Okay.
Fact or not? Because they've been spanking Denver the last couple of seasons.
I can't say it's a fact because I gotta back that up with evidence myself. I need to roll the tapes.
Denver,
But to be fair, Denver was hurt the past couple of seasons as well with Jamal Murray
and
and
they just
Michael.
got swept. And they just got swept by them. And they basically brought back the same team.
Well, like I said, Torian Prince. They got Torian Prince as well, and they also signed fan favorite Austin Reeves. So
Out of everybody you name, is there anybody that can take over a game if LeBron breaks down? Is there anybody out of everybody you name? Is there anybody that can take over a game if AD breaks down? You name the best or second or third player on the teams at best on their own team. If they had their own team, except for all of them would be the second player.
I don't know many teams in the NBA that if their two superstars break down, that there's another player there that can take over a game and win it. Now,
I'm not.
Gabe Vincent showed flashes of that early on in the postseason, though. D'Angelo Russell showed flashes of that against the Golden State Warriors. I think he had like a 28-point game.
But they play the same position now, though.
Rui Hachimura had like a 30-point game. Like these are great pieces to go along with two superstars. So as long as
one aging and hurt a lot, and one that's just hurt a lot.
Okay.
So they have to play like a team, though. They in order for the Lakers to win, they can't have the moments like they had during the Denver season. Like that's why I say I give him 6. I only give him such a low position because of how the top teams have gotten better, and their injuries they can't get injured. Like they can't get injured at all. Like to me. I feel like if LeBron go down for a few weeks, they might fall apart unless AD play like AD. But AD has shown in the last 2 seasons that he's inconsistent. He's no longer. It doesn't seem like he can give you 30 points back to back no more. You know what I mean? He might be able to do it 2 nights, and then the third night you don't know what you get. You know what I'm saying? He might do it maybe 3 nights in a row, but the 4th night you don't know what you get. For him to get paid, be the highest paid player in the league. That it has to be more consistency in that.
Okay. Well, then let you finish. You said 6 seed in the West, 6, 7 seed in the West. Mm-hmm. Being that, are they still a championship contender? Is that their ceiling? Let me ask you that. Because you can have a bad regular season like that. They did, and then the trade deadline hit. They shipped off Patrick Bev and sent off Russell. They brought.
We're gonna have this conversation one day. Let's go.
And then they brought back.
Go ahead. They brought back what?
Back players, and they went from being a play-in team because they was in the play-in, and they ended up getting all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Now they got swept, but they were losing those games by like 6 points, 8 points, 10 points. They wouldn't get blown out by Denver. They got swept. And I don't think there is a such thing as a good sweep, per se. But they did make it to the Western Conference Finals with only about 2 months of the team the roster that they had. So now they're in the offseason and they get to build continuity. And they brought in Torian Prince. And they brought in Gabe Vincent, and they re-signed into their core. Can they make a championship push? Okay.
All right. No. LeBron.
Okay. Will not.
Oh man. Like
Yeah,
I
like you
would
said.
give. I would give. I would give. I would give. This is where this GOAT talk comes in. You feel me? Even at even at
Stop.
Jordan's stage, even at Jordan's stage of this career, it was a wrap,
Stop.
bro. Even at this stage, it was a wrap, bro.
There's
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he can't go deep into the playoffs, but he's not going to see another finals. LeBron's finals is over unless he joins another team with young players that can stay healthy.
okay.
He's not going to see another finals. Like
There.
if any of the if any of the top three teams stay healthy,
Okay.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Now if somebody falters, which is always the thing in the NBA, if somebody falters, if somebody gets hurt, a team that they had to beat along the lines getting to the finals, because anything can happen, bro. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna just say this.
Okay.
Anything can happen. I don't see them going to the finals, but the
All right.
way these last 4 or 5 finals been going, it's been about who's the most healthy team.
Okay.
You know what I
So
mean?
on that note, Anthony Davis had career highs in rebounds and field goal percentage during this offseason. I mean during that playoff push from 22-23.
But
And he played all 16 games.
but he
Even
was
though he
inconsistent too, though. He never had
inconsistent,
a back-to-back 30-point game the whole playoffs.
but he wasn't missing. And like I said, this was his highest field goal percentage. This was his highest field goal percentage rating over his entire career.
But
So
this shouldn't be enough. But this is like, it's not enough. Like, this is to be the
whoever,
highest paid player,
because I
you have
got
to be more
that's what the
consistent
Western
than that,
Conference.
though,
I
bro.
just think that their ceiling is an NBA championship. That's their ceiling. At worst,
Ain't
they're
nobody beating a healthy Denver team. I see a Western Conference Finals, maybe.
yeah.
But they got to get through the Warriors. They got to get through Phoenix. They got to get through the team we just said.
Yeah.
Oklahoma Oklahoma, it ain't safe for a lot of y'all.
They young and hungry.
Sacramento, it ain't safe for a lot of y'all. If Sacramento come back playing the way they was
Yeah.
playing last season, man, that's why I was saying the Lakers finna boom, 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 boom. Like, you know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
Lakers ain't afraid no Sacramento. They got Austin Reeves. God damn it! It's Austin Reeves.
I am him. I'm him.
I'm him.
I'm him, man.
So
I'm him, man.
so.
You know it, man.
All right. On to the next, man. Oh, before we get into a minute of your time with OG Willie and B.B.M Kobe, Dr. J brought up his all-time great list. I'm gonna name off the names to you, okay? All right. For the fans, Dr. J's top 10 list is, and we're talking greatest of all time. This is his list: Jerry West, the Big O, Oscar Robertson, Elgin Baylor, a Stilt Chamberlain, Russell, Air Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Karl Malone, and Tiny Archibald. It is lunacy to me. It is lunacy to me that he doesn't have LeBron James or Kobe Bryant on his list. Now, particularly Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, 18-time All-Star Kobe Bryant, 9-time All-Defensive Team Kobe Bryant, 2-time Final MVP Kobe Bryant, 5-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant, Mamba mentality Kobe Bryant. You don't have on this list. Okay?
I'm gonna defend you, Dr. J, and some of them I can't defend all of them. Some of them I can defend. I'm representing the OGs, man. We out here together.
Champion
I
Kobe
got you,
Bryant.
Dr. J. I got an argument for that
Oh man,
Kobe and that LJ. Bring him up.
NBA All-Star, I mean, 4-time NBA All-Star MVP, Kobe Bryant, man. What? 9-time, no, 12-time All NBA, 11-time All NBA first team,
You
Kobe
keep giving
Bryant.
them all this stuff, man. All these dudes is that. So it's eye
Uh,
test. It's
It's
eye
not,
test.
but that's the problem. They all not, especially Tiny Archibald.
Man, have
But
but you never seen them play. So how can you sit up here and say what you know about Tiny? Tiny's probably one of the greatest little men ever to play basketball.
man,
Ever though.
get Will
Ever.
in here.
Do you understand
Get
what ever means?
Will. If you watching, man, I need you to join us live.
Here we go.
If if you watching,
Come
I need you to
on,
join
Will.
us.
I just invited you. Get up in here, Willie
now,
Will.
now, to Dr. J's defense, he was
Yo.
like,
Hey man. How you doing? What's up with it?
What's up, gentlemen? What's up? How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing,
Good. We good. What's up,
help
Will? How you doing, man?
Man,
help
I'm
us with
good,
this,
man.
man.
All right.
Help us with
So,
this.
Will, welcome to a minute of your time on Leave It on the Court, Willie Will, man. We appreciate you coming up, man. For real, for real. It's somebody we've had. Actually, before we get started, look at this is our inspiration right here. Everybody thank this man right here.
Yeah.
One conversation with this man right here made me go, we finna do this. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Willie Will for the inspiration. So
Right.
what you gotta say, Will? Hop in, gang.
Hey, man, thank y'all for having me, first and foremost, man. Look, check these guys out, Leave It on the Court every Sunday, bro. Make sure y'all check them out, man. I like the little competition. I like the little competition y'all be having with brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that jump fire, dog. That's big crowd, bro.
So
Will,
I was just telling you, I named off Dr. J's top 10 list, and I'm gonna say it again this year. Okay, you got Jerry West, you got the big old Oscar Robertson, you got Elgin Baylor, you got Wilt the Still, you got Bill Russell, you got Mike Jordan, Kareem, Magic, Tony Archibald, and Karl Malone. He said that's his top 10 greatest of all time. And I was saying it is lunacy to not have Kobe Bryant on this list.
I'm gonna even go further. Kobe should be on that list, and why Tim Duncan not on that motherfucker?
Yeah.
And y'all put Karl Malone over Tim?
Over
and
Tim.
Kobe?
Karl Malone got no ring.
They got Jerry.
Karl Malone ain't got no ring.
What's up, Miss Ash? Welcome to Leave It on the Court, man. This my family, Miss Ash.
So I'm gonna hold on before we get into that. Let me give y'all some history on basketball, man.
Okay.
See, y'all sitting up here going off your eye test on what you seen from players from your lifetime. You gotta understand, everybody has their own opinion about what they saw and what they went up against. Most of these dudes that he's seen play, he's seen go give people fits for real. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's the beauty of having your own top 10 is that you can name who you want in it. Now, if we see, I'm gonna argue for Dr. J for this. I've seen Kobe before. That's why Mike is on there. You know what I'm saying? Karl Malone is the first to do it. So you got to give credit to the innovators, man. Everybody, all these people that you're naming are people that came after the fact that got what they got from the people that you're talking about right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
it's certain people that started and certain people that finished. You know what I mean? So you got to he gives credit to the people that was here first. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave all these LeBrons and all that to y'all youngsters, because y'all think y'all know basketball. You feel me?
Bro.
So I'm just saying, you gotta give credit to the innovators, man. And a lot of these people that he named, he's an innovator for the little man. He was one of the first little men to give everybody fits.
Okay.
Everybody, like big man in between. So
we'll check this out, Will.
Can't have two of the same type of people on the same person.
You can't do that though.
You got Mike. You can't have Kobe.
You can't penalize me because my game, you know, I idolize. Everything you just said, you penalizing Kobe for.
I'm not penalizing him. I'm saying if he got one, he ain't gonna have the other.
But you
That's like
penalizing
having a
him
clone.
for he's learning from you.
Tell him.
But Jordan is slightly better. So it is what it is. I mean, 6 straight. I mean, the man got damn near 10 of everything. Like, I mean, Kobe, you almost got it. You almost got it, Kobe. But 5 ain't 6, 7 ain't 10.
Jordan did it with his Batman every year. Without his Batman, he old. When Kobe did it without his Batman, he up one. But he's gonna go by how y'all putting the perspective out there.
But if he had a Batman, don't.
I'm just only going by how we put it out there.
Don't put Powell down. Don't put Shaq down.
Like I did put Shaq down. I'm just saying,
come on, man.
He won it with Shaq. Powell wasn't winning.
Okay.
Powell wasn't winning when he was that now.
No, Powell. He won what? 1 more, 2 more with Powell. With Powell Gasol.
Yeah.
There's no Powell Gasol, there is no championships for Kobe.
No, don't do that. Paul was hurt.
Yeah.
You can say that about what he had Bonnie.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, explain something to
Kobe
your
team
friend,
was
Will.
hurt when they won.
Explain something to your friend, Jan.
Hey, look. Paul Gasol not top 75. Paul Gasol top 75. Pippen and Shaq.
But his uniform in the Raptors.
His uniform in the Raptors. He is a Hall of Famer. But he not.
You don't just put anybody up there next to Kareem. So say what you want. Say what you want.
Man, man, he's trying to find every underline in the hurt.
No, I'm facts.
He reading the fine print.
All right, Willie Will. Who's your top 10 of all time?
Who, mine?
Top of your head, brother.
You can't do that because I'm a real life point guard. You gonna hate mine. I'm gonna keep it. I played point. I hooped. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real life point guard.
Who your top 10 players?
My top 10?
Yes.
Of all time?
Yes.
From all the guys I've seen. See, now I'm about to hurt everybody's feelings. I got AI. It's no specific number. I got Steve Franchise. I got Mulberry. I got Roy Strickland, Hot Roy himself. You know what I'm saying? I got to put my new generation in with. I got to put in Steph Curry. I just always loved Steph Curry. I got to put in. Ray Allen.
Wait. Are we talking about your top favorite players? Or are we talking about top 10?
He's just my top 10.
His top 10.
I'm a guard.
His top 10.
I'm a guard. I'm not gonna put no bigs in. That's what I'm saying. I'm not putting bigs in. Not even close. I got Tim Hardaway. You see what I'm saying? I got Timmy. You know what I mean? I got Isaiah. You know what I mean? I'm a guard. That's what's hard for everybody to understand. I don't even put Magic in there because he's not a guard to me. Everybody don't like that. I love John Starks. You know what I'm saying? And look, and Penny Hardaway is one of my favorite players, but he's not a guard to me. He's not on that list. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm a guard, dog.
Will, you better be playing, Will. That's your top 10 players.
I'm so serious for me.
You ain't got Mike in there.
I don't even got Mike in there.
Yeah.
And I love Mike and Kobe. but this is my top 10. I'm a point guard, dog. I'm thinking 5, 9, 5, 10.
Okay.
To make you viral.
Look.
We're going to make you viral.
Look, we gotta cut this segment short, but I want to leave out with this. All right. So Tiny Archibald being on that list got 1 ring. The 1 ring he won, he averaged 10 points, 5 assists, and a rebound. Okay.
He was playing with Larry Bird, right?
Larry Bird is not on that top 10 list, and Larry Bird beat Dr. J 3 times to make it to the finals. And in that finals, Larry Bird averaged 18, 15, and 11 with 3 steals and 2 blocks.
Yeah.
But Larry Bird not on that list, and he beat you 3 times. Come on, man.
I hate you. Look, I don't like it. That's that Jordan and Isaiah Thomas situation right there, boy.
Lastly, you can have an opinion, and everybody else entitled to one, but that don't mean your opinion is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Hey,
with that being said, hey, Will, thank you for coming up, man. Appreciate your minute at a time, man. We're going to have to have you up here again, dog.
Salute.
Hey, I told you, big up, man. Hey, before I leave, bro, man, check these boys out one more time, man. Every Sunday, man. And also, brother, OG Talk Show coming back, man. Appreciate y'all again, dog.
Talk show. I can't wait. Cool. All right. So check it out. We getting into our next segment. I can't believe that boy said it.
That man said John Starks. Did he say that?
Anyway, on to the next subject. The Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Will, you a bug, boy. You made my day. Jesus Christ.
The Milwaukee Bucks again had, according to the consensus, had a pretty good offseason. Okay, they re-signed Brook Lopez on a two-year deal, $48 million. They picked up Malik Beasley on a 1-year, $2.7 million deal. They got my boy back, Chris Middleton. They got Chris Middleton back and signed him on a 3-year, $100 million deal. So what they did was keep their core together. They bring him back.
That's why I say everybody keep saying that everybody that's bringing back the people they already had a great offseason.
The thing is about Milwaukee, even though they got eliminated this year first round, Chris Middleton wasn't healthy. Giannis wasn't healthy. Drew Holiday was having to carry a load that he's not used to carrying. Brook Lopez had actually a pretty decent series himself. But with that core coming back, that core is a championship core because they won the ring. Okay? So keeping that together, re-signing Middleton, re-signing Lopez, getting Malik Beasley back, and Giannis is still good for another 2 years. What do you think their ceiling is as far as seeding wise and as far as championship contention? What you think?
I give them. They probably could be first or second.
First or second in the East going into the playoffs. So seeding wise, that's good.
Yeah.
And do you think they can run it back? Do you think they can bring a second title to Milwaukee? Ooh.
You don't believe that? Because they're the only team in the league where they got one star that can kill just bring the whole shit down. If Giannis comes to go down, it's over.
Ooh.
And I'm not talking about like early in the playoffs. Early in the playoffs, they're a good enough team if nobody's hurt to beat somebody without Giannis. But once they get to that conference finals and stuff like that, if Giannis go down, it's over. Because everybody else in the East now, only reason why I say they get first, second, maybe even third, because if Miami get Dame, it's over for everybody. I don't care what anybody say. It's over for everybody if Dame go to Miami and Jimmy Butler figures out how to play with it. If Jimmy Butler decides to take the back seat, which we've seen him do before, and just play Jimmy Ball when it's time for him to play Jimmy Ball, Miami is the most dangerous team in the East, period. By far. Okay, you just take you just take 30 points and just set it in their lap every game, guaranteed. So now even when Jimmy having them nights where he's not feeling so Jimmy, we still got 30 coming every night because it's Dame time every night. He don't take a night off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So Giannis, they have the team chemistry. They have, you know, they've been there before. They've seen it before. They have all that, but we've seen what one injury can do to them.
Well, it was two, and it was their two best players in Middleton and Giannis. And Giannis had a successful microscopic knee surgery this offseason, right after the season was over. And Middleton wasn't fully healthy either. But I'd be remiss to not mention they also fired Mike Budenholzer, and they ended up picking up a first-year black coach in Adrian Griffin. Now, I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know who Adrian Griffin was. I had to look him up. Okay, so let me read off of just some notes I took. Adrian Griffin, he played in the NBA from '99 to 2008.
Oh, that Adrian Griffin. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. From '99 to 2008, then he ended up becoming an assistant coach for the Milwaukee Bucks for 2 years. He also coached under Scott Skiles as an assistant. He was also an assistant for the Bulls. He was an assistant for the Magic, and he was an assistant for OKC.
He got Ben Baker on his staff too, though. I see that.
Right. He also served as an assistant for the Toronto Raptors in 2018. So he's been around the league. Okay.
Wow.
Now, I think it's really cool that they didn't just recycle coaches. They didn't just go and hire Doc Rivers or one of the big names who was already available. They went ahead and brought in some fresh blood. And from what I can understand, he's a defensive-minded coach. I think this is going to be really good for the Milwaukee Bucks. However, I do think that firing Mike Budenholzer was a mistake. What you think?
Yeah, I always think when a coach has won a championship, and then the next couple of seasons he goes through injury woes,
right?
They lose their job. I feel like that's stupid. I feel like you haven't let me have my whole team back full strength to give me a chance to prove if I can win or not with them fully intact. You know, so I hate when coaches get fired when they coming off a year when their team is like in shambles injury wise. I feel like that's unfair. I feel like it's not your fault that players get hurt. Some of these players quit on themselves. So it's like these are things you can't control. You can't keep somebody mentally into the game if they own something else. Like I feel like that's been a lot of problem with these James Harden teams. Like when coaches get fired, when you playing with him, it's like, dude, look at what you gave me. Look at what you gave me to work with. Like this dude leaves the game and goes to the strip club. How you expect you to win with that?
Now, according to Tim Hardaway, Nick Nurse was actually on his final interview for the head coaching position for the Milwaukee Bucks, and that probably was a prime landing spot for an NBA coach. And Nick Nurse had it in the bag, and Nick Nurse heard that Adrian Griffin was up for the job as well. So Nick Nurse resigned, pulled himself back so that Adrian Griffin could get that job. So big shout out to Nick Nurse on that one.
But he already has something in the bag anyway, though. Isn't he coaching somewhere now too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, don't give him too much of a round of applause because he went to a better situation. So But
that's
I feel
usually when we get those jobs, it's usually for a team that's in rebuild, like the Houston Rockets or something. Like they did. It's not. I have a core in place with an NBA superstar, and I got a bench, and we ready to compete. They were the number one seed in the East before all the injuries took place to Giannis and Brook Lopez, and even Drew went out for a little bit. So I believe the Milwaukee Bucks can win a title this year. Given
you think so?
I do think so. Given no injury, because they have chemistry. They've won it before.
Mm-hmm.
They got fresh blood from a coach, and Marshawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw it.
707, yeah, that's his top 10, 707, yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw how. I don't know if y'all saw.
We love you, Will.
I don't know if y'all saw how Beauchamp had broke the Jamal crossover pro-am scoring. He dropped 84 points in one game. Yeah, in a crossover. So Beauchamp, 6'6" guard coming off Milwaukee bench. Hopefully this be a breakout season for him.
It sounds like a hog to me. When if you playing in a pro-am league scoring 83 points, you hogging. I don't care what anybody say, man. Like, it's cool when you score. It's good that you on fire like that. That means you making everything you should.
Yeah.
But you still hogging. Kobe was hogging too. I don't care what anybody say. Wilt was hogging too.
I think there's a fine line. Like, in order for you to score 80 points, you got to be on fire, and your team actually has to be feeding you.
Yeah.
So if
be pissed off and just be going, here, bro, just shoot it. Go ahead. Go, bro. No, you got it. You got it.
I guess that's the point.
Because you guess what? Because if you give it to him, guess what he gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Shoot it. So here, bro. Nah, it's good. It's good. You got it.
No, that's good. Me as a teammate.
Yeah, all right. Give it to him again. Yeah.
If I see you on fire like that, dude, I'm feeding you the ball, and I'm getting out the way, and I'm playing defense.
Ball is you know what I'm saying, part of the game. Okay.
If we're winning,
part of the game.
Yeah.
If we're winning, and say, I done got my 5'6", 6'7", or whatever, and I just see you start warming up. Yeah, I'm kicking to you. Boom, boom. But I'm talking about when you come down court, you don't make one pass. You dribble 10 times. And then you take a shot. Right.
If you make it, I ain't mad. If you make it, I ain't mad. I ain't saying nothing. Now, if you miss, because we talked about shot chuck this week.
At least pass it. Let me give it back to you. So let me at least feel like I'm here, bro.
We just talked about shot chuckers last week. That fool RJ said, man, if you miss 15 times, you make the 16th one. I'm mad.
It be a lot of misses when these dudes do this, bro. If you act like it'd be like 77 misses, it'd be maybe like 56 and 40, 62, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how to range that, but you know what I mean.
All right.
This nigga shooting 20%, score 80%.
But with Bobby Portis playing for USA and FIBA. What up, big bro? With Bobby Portis playing in FIBA, I think he's gonna come back rejuvenated.
Yeah.
You got Clinton, you got Beauchamp, like I said, they got Beasley, they got both Brooke and Robin Lopez. I like Milwaukee, man. So on that note, our last segment of the day, we're going to talk about the top players at each position going into the 23-24, and I'm going to have my list, and my brother going to have his, okay? And we're going to actually start with the top point guards going into the 23-24. Now, I got my list of 5. My brother has his list of 5. And I'm curious. I hadn't heard his before, y'all, so it's going to be a first. Let me hear your top 5 point guards going into the
season. No particular order.
No particular?
No.
Okay.
Because I feel like these are no-brainers. Steph.
Steph. Okay.
Uh, Damon Lillard.
Damian Lillard. Okay.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
And my sneak, LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
What?
And,
all right.
And was that 5?
No, that's 4,
right? And
yeah.
I really like Jalen Brunson, and he's coming off the FIBA too. And you know, everybody that come off them summer stints in Olympics,
Yeah.
them dudes be ridiculous. Like, I think no De'Aaron, because somebody asked me about Fox. I know De'Aaron because LaMelo got approved. I want him. I want him. That's why he's my sneak, because he just got paid, so he got to show himself. So his talent, I just expect a bunch of highlights, 25 and damn near 15 a game in assists. I think he's just going to be Magic reincarnated with this dude.
Ooh.
You feel me? Because this dude can pass the ball. He's exciting to watch.
Right.
He's like he's just a fun basketball player. He take you back to the Magic Johnson days where you tune in just to see did he like Magic did, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's my kind of basketball. When you can no, heck no, forget Kyrie. You can sit on this flat earth.
Mr. Flat Earth.
Man, flat earth ass motherfucker. Hell no, he is shooting guard now, by the way. Because Lucas is point guard. Hell no, don't even say that boy is. I can stand that boy.
What about CP3? Come on, man. I don't think CP3.
Yeah, man, that man on the bench, man. Come on,
stop it.
We talking about the players who finna have. I said Jamal Murray. I said Steph Curry. I said LaMelo. Damian Lillard.
Jalen Brunson.
And Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson showed me he can lead a team. He took the Knicks to the playoffs.
He took the Knicks.
The Knicks.
He took the Knicks.
The Knicks.
So,
like, come on.
About your list, I ain't gonna lie. That Jalen Brunson one threw me off. It made me think, because Jalen Brunson is there's nothing he can't do.
He took the Knicks to the playoffs.
He took the Knicks to the playoffs.
He deserved a special guy award. You know, just like, you know, like a statue award with you like what him holding the Heisman or the pose, like,
right.
The Knicks to the playoffs. What?
Jalen Brunson coming off this FIBA season, he plays a lot of games.
Yes. Did you see the highlights on Instagram? This boy is.
Well, dude, he can score at all 3 levels. He hard nosed. He
little pit bull, man.
To have on like the attack, yeah.
You know, that's our kind of point guard, Jan. You know that. That's us all day.
Yeah.
That's us all day.
Good one. So, LaMelo Ball, I love his game.
It's a highlight reel.
But my dig at LaMelo, my only dig at LaMelo, is him being healthy. Yeah. Can you be healthy? Now you actually have a family history of being hurt with Lonzo and LaMelo, and the one tank y'all did have, y'all didn't let him into the NBA. Shout out Jello Ball. That's my only dig on him. And I love Dame, love Murray, of course I love Steph. Yeah. Shout out to the boy. Now, can I give you my top 5?
Let's do it. What you got for me, bro?
And I actually ranked mine. And the way I did it was according to scoring, according to defense, according to field goal percentage. And once I got all that together, I also factored in how likely are you to win the MVP next season. And from that, I put my guards in order. So my number 1 point guard on the list, Luka Doncic. folks been saying for the past 5 years that Luka is supposed to be winning the MVP. He slimmed down. He's over there playing in the FIBA tournament. Luka's going to have a big year. I really think this is put up or shut up year. You got Kyrie Irving next to you. As long as Kyrie Irving can stay on the court, this is put up or shut up year. Okay. My second on this list is SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was on the MVP talks this past season, along with he averaged 31 points. That man was a certified bucket. He just crossed that line in the starting. He, along with Josh Giddey and Chet and Lucian, are going to make a lot of noise out west. Them boys is dogs, and he's going to be the tip of the spear.
OKC might be the team everybody need to be watching out for real.
He's going to be the tip of the spear. That don't people. The other guards in the NBA is going to circle the calendar when they got to play SGA.
But that's what
he's that.
You better ask. But that's going to be a lot to chew off, man.
Oh yeah.
You know you got a target on your back, and you got people like.
Right. You got night over there.
You got night over there, bro. And that's you got to play majority of the games too. You got, okay.
And to that note, third on my list is Stephen Wardell Curry, Mr. Bay, Mr. I started in the East Oakland, California, and brought to the forefront, Mr. You got to guard him when you step out of bed. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr.
When you get out the car in the parking lot.
That guy. Guard that dude.
Mr. Power. Let's go.
And the only reason why he's not higher on my list is because of injury. I don't think Steph is going to be able to play 65 games this year. If he could play 65 games, he'd probably be number one on my list. Just that simple. Mr.
Nobody gonna play that many games this season. I think everybody gonna load manage.
With Luka and SGA, they're young enough and they're hungry enough to play 65 games. Okay. Now, number 4 on my list, Mr. Champion. You gotta call him a champion now, Jamal Murray. Mr. Canadian bucket.
Yeah.
That, along with Jalen Brunson over in New York, Jamal Murray is my type of guard.
Yeah.
Hard nose, for it all.
Yeah. Ain't scared of nobody or nothing. Ain't scared of the moment. Yeah.
Warriors 50?
Yeah.
Man. Jamal Murray is 42. Man, that boy the truth. So, and he's a champion now.
And I think they would have won sooner if he don't get hurt. I think we might be talking. We might be saying some other stuff, like for real.
And then, last but not least on that list for me, Dame time.
It's about that time.
Dame time. Mr. Clutch, Mr. Wave goodbye. Russ and PG, Mr. East Oakland. Mr. 900. Yeah, Mr. from Oakland. Yeah, man. So that rounds up my top 5. And if Dame Endover in Miami, defense is going to be demanded of him more than it ever has. So you turn Dame to a decent defender, it gives you a team concept, and he's still dropping 30.
And he don't have to drop 30. Like the 30 is like the icing because we already whooping y'all. So if I just want to keep my stats up here, it's just like I just give y'all that.
Right. So just a recap. That's Luka. That's SGA. That's Steph at 3. That's Jamal Murray, and that's Damian Lillard to round out top 5 point guards going into the 23-24 season. Now, who are your runner-ups? Who was one of your runner-ups to hit your list?
Well, SGA was one of my runner-ups.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned I like Trae Young.
Dude, Trae Young is you.
I
Y'all ever seen pro play? Watch Trae Young. But go ahead. Go ahead.
And who else? I think my third. Let's see. Trae.
Trae Young. You want?
And I'm trying to think who else.
Can
I guess
I get you one?
De'Aaron.
I'll say De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron. I like left-handed players. I feel like they already got an advantage because they lefties. Anytime a quick lefty, that is the most scariest person to guard on the planet. Like, I don't care what anybody say, a left hand, and he can use both his hands. But a left-handed dude that's strong with his right, that is the most scariest person to guard ever, because it's like you really don't know where he's going.
Right.
And then his weak side is usually a defender's weak side anyway. I don't care what anybody say. People like to send people left, but it's different when you send people left and you go into this direction. It's so much easier to jump and cross somebody's body than it is to come back and cross with your left hand to their left hand. So much easier. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather send somebody right that's right-handed than somebody that's left-handed. I swear to God. I do not want to see a left-handed dude going through the hole at all. So when that hand raised, you're like, oh, shit. I'm like, no. Because you know when you go for it, it's going to come back this way like, ah. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's like it's so important to be ambidextrous on the court. Like, because it's like, if you can get them from either side, and it's like the person think you left-handed, but then you can just whip it and bring it back.
So De'Aaron Fox is my honorable mention because he led the top scoring team in NBA history last during the regular season. De'Aaron Fox wasn't talked about enough, in my opinion, last season. Like Beam really got under my skin as a Warrior fan, and De'Aaron Fox was a big part of that. So shout out to De'Aaron Fox, and then also be remiss if we didn't mention the league leader in assist, James Harden. I'll say this: James Harden is a great regular season player. He's a great regular season player. Speaking of, LaMelo Ball is interesting to me, being on your top 5 list, because I understand you like the passer in him.
But he also good at scoring. But the man averaged more than dub a game. You know what I'm saying? He can be up in the 25 and 10, but if he bring that 25 to 22, 20, and bring that 10 to 12 or 13, see, the thing is, when you got, I hate it so much when you put somebody so great on a weak team. I understand that's how the draft works, but if you put him on a team like with a healthy AD and a healthy LeBron, that take 10 years off LeBron. You get what I mean? Because now it's just, the ball is just like, oh, it's right here. Oh, shit. Bow. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's right there. Oh, bow. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, God. I hate it when they put these kind of dudes with trash dudes. Like, and no offense to y'all over there in Hornet, but, man, come on, bro. Like, y'all have one of the he's probably one of the, man, did you see this man throwing underhand
full court pass.
It's like, what? Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, it ain't just about being flashy, but when it's accurate and it's on the dime and you actually scoring, that's crazy. Like, you gotta have somebody like that he's dangerous either way. He got that ugly jump shot, but it go in. He can dunk on you, and then like if you come help, he can like it's nothing, bro.
I do like Miss LaMelo Ball.
The defense ain't half bad. When he really want to play D, it's halfway decent. Yeah, like, bro, when you put him on teams like that, players don't try as hard. I don't care what anybody say. You know what I mean? They don't take it as serious to me. I feel like if he had one other superstar with him, I feel like he probably wouldn't have been as injured. I really believe that.
I think I agree with that.
A couple of games, he would have stuck it out a couple of games because I know I'm here playing with somebody that we got a chance to play with, that we got a chance to win.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, man, I feel like putting these young dudes that's the number one picks on these trash teams be hindering them. I feel like, man, I feel like it really do. I feel like think of all the players that happen to go for that was like first, round picks that happen to go to great teams. Most of them ended up being who they were. Great players. Like, you know what I mean?
I like it and I don't, because it gives the franchises that have been in the slums a chance to rise. But at the same time, it does hinder some of the great players that's coming in. And then it's a reverse effect on others too, because change wide.
What do you think it's the person? Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. Here.
What you think?
What's the percentage of players you think that got drafted that actually made their teams good? You think that percentage is high, or you think it's low?
No, that's a low percentage.
It's super duper low.
Yeah.
Like, and this ain't one. This is one of them. It's broke. You should fix it type thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It been different. Like after a decade, the percentages started to go up. After 2 decades, the percentages started to go up. Like you could probably still name maybe 10 or maybe 15 teams that actually took a number one player and skyrocketed after they got him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a good percentage considering how long the league's been around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's no way you can really fix it, because if you trash, you need help, you should be able to get help through the draft. But another thing too, a lot of these dudes don't even be wanting to be there. They play the little 2 seasons and then they get up out of there, and all of a sudden they become the first round pick they should have been, because guess what? I didn't want to play for that team. Like, if you've been a winner all through college, all through high school, and then you get drafted by the Hornets, you like, come on. Shout
out to the GMs who actually who does everything they can to bring in talent. I'll leave it at that. So look, don't forget to click like and subscribe on YouTube, and catch Leave It on the Court podcast first live here on Instagram.
Yeah, man. This is Jay Dimes. We just left it on the court again, man. We appreciate you guys coming in and joining us. One love to Willie Will for joining in live one time. We appreciate it. If you ever want to be a part of the live, all you got to do is join it. Comment. The more you participate, the higher your chances of being a part of the live, man. We want this to be about you guys. Like I say, mostly every episode, this is about you. It's about the fans. We're nothing without you guys, So if you ever want to be a part of this, we want you to be part of this. So like my bro said, check us out on Leave It on the Court podcast on YouTube.
That's right.
I'm Jay Don.
I'm Yana.
Man, we just left it on the court. Holla at your boys.